So take a guess. Did I like this film or not? Lock in your answer below. Oh wait. That's a resounding fucking no. So this is a film that just didn't need to happen. It's based off of a short film that was actually quite good, I thought, made by some indie filmmakers. It basically just showed a few creepy effects that worked well, which is fine for a short film. You don't have time to build a huge plot or rich characters or anything really, so you're excused if all you have time to do is showcase some cool effects. So of course some bigwigs decided that they were going to make this into a feature film, and so all the stuff that worked for this film as a short film worked against it as a feature length. Because now the shadow ghost thing couldn't just be an effect, they had to create some kind of a plot around it, characters for it, and the part that especially let the movie down, a backstory for why the ghost can only be seen in the dark. So you're wondering, how did they explain the ghost that could only be seen in the dark and not the light? Well, they didn't really explain it, in my opinion. They tried real hard, or maybe they didn't try hard enough. I can't tell which. Either way, the ghost woman Diana in life had a rare skin condition that made her get sores when she came into contact with any light, apparently. She was supposedly considered to be evil, and I don't know why, they never bothered to explain. She grew up in an asylum, of all places, and was said to be able to, speak to people in their heads and manipulate them to do stuff she wanted them to. Cool. Diana tricked one of the characters, Sophie, into being her friend when they were younger. When Sophie was committed to the asylum for depression. And when Sophie got better, Diana broke both of her arms really badly, so she wouldn't leave. As if breaking someone's arms is cause to stay in an asylum. I would have thought you'd get transferred to a hospital. Listen to her voice. You could not have hammed up the evilness anymore, even if you tried.
I want you to stay away from Sophie.
She's my friend.
Then why did you hurt her?
She was getting better.
And look at her face, it looks like they just slapped some makeup over a $2 Halloween mask. She was so much of a cliche that it just ended up being funny. Take stuff around me, you know I'm busy in here!
Why is your voice like that?
I was yelling at people on Call of Duty.
Is that chicken on your bed?
So what?
Dude, you've been on that computer for 2 months straight. You haven't done anything around the house. You're fucking disgusting.
Don't give me that shit. Look, I'm the man in this relationship. I'm not going to take orders from you. Look, I told you, all I have to do is play games for 10 more years on my gaming channel, and I'll be able to support you and buy the shit that you want.
You kidding me? You broke your phone trying to support an unhatched Pokemon egg. How the fuck do you think you're going to support me?
Not this again.
Come on, get in the car, we're going on holiday.
Don't you tell me what to do. I'm the alpha male here. I don't take orders from you. Make me a sandwich.
Dude, that's your piss, it's not water.
Are we there yet?
Stop drinking your pee.
I've committed to it. So apparently Diana has something against dads for some reason, because she outright kills this dad and has killed this other dad before, and scribbled out someone's dad in a drawing and drew herself in the picture instead. I love how everyone in this film immediately figured out that light was the issue too. They had no idea what the fuck was happening because it was all utterly insane, but they all made some quick and lucky guesses that if they kept their lights on, they'd be fine. Except this guy, he still died anyway. I wonder how he ended up with that blood splatter pattern on his face. It's like he condensated blood. His face looks like the bottle of Coke in a Coke commercial. Also, later on in the film, this guy's family talk about how he, didn't come home from work one day, and that he must have just ran out on them. Pretty sure since he's at work and died out in the open, he'd be found and his fucking family would be notified of his death. He definitely doesn't work alone. That's been established already. Oh, and hey, look, it's the same actor from the short film. Good So Diana gets over the whole hunting dads thing and comes after Sophie's kids, Protagonist 1 and Protagonist 2. Sorry, I couldn't be bothered going back and actually figuring out their names. Okay, in hindsight, I've written a lot of this review without using their names, and it would have just been easier to introduce them in the beginning. So Rebecca and Martin start getting attacked by Diana the ghost. Rebecca has lived in this apartment since she dropped out of college, putting up with the blinking red fucking light outside of her window the whole time that would make it basically impossible for most people to get to sleep, just for a throwaway scene that was only put in the movie so it could be placed in the trailer to get you suckers to go along and see it. Anyway, so the ghost of Diana has moved back in with her old friend Sophie since she stopped taking her medication. Martin is getting proper haunted by Diana, and Rebecca ends up moving Martin in with her, even though Diana ends up at Rebecca's apartment anyway. Some child services person from Martin's school is worried about him and comes over, and there's the funniest scene where she's like disapproving of Rebecca's living situation and her ability to look after Martin. She looks around the room at like these generic metal music posters, and I like to think that that maybe was a subtle comment about the lazy set design, but I know it wasn't. I love that in these horror movies everyone has a generic and unspecific taste in everything. Also, the film did explain that Diana could trick people into thinking she was mates with them, which sounds to me like an "our movie doesn't make any fucking sense" moment. So quick, chuck in something that vaguely justifies the plot hole we've created. The plot hole being that the film set Sophie up to have depression. That's why she was in an asylum and why she actually got to leave. And the broken arm thing happened so we could see that Diana totes wasn't actually Sophie's friend. So as far as we know, Sophie only has depression, and is in fact well in every other way, except when it comes to the fact that she invited into her house a fake-ass friend that died when she was a child, and is now an adult ghost that disappears when she's in the light. Since that totally makes no fucking sense, just get one of the characters to say that Diana has the power to like trick people into being her friend with magic, and also that she can magically speak to people inside their heads, which among a million other plot points wasn't explored whatsoever, because instead of telling Sophie to get back into her room in this scene, Diana just pulled on the back of her dress, making it obvious that she was effectively keeping Sophie hostage. But of course, since they wanted even the teenage couple making out at the back of the cinema to understand the plot, Sophie also had to give Rebecca a note that said, "I need help." Meanwhile, Sophie is hanging out in the dark and like talking to Diana and inviting her around for movie nights and shit.
Okay, we're here now. You can stop whinging. What are you doing?
Play some games.
No, we're going to the beach. Get your togs on.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Apparently Diana died of some experimental treatment called heliotherapy, in which patients are exposed to light to treat skin disorders. I don't know what they thought would happen since she had to wear an umbrella to go outside, or why they didn't stop the treatment before she literally burnt to ash. Like, what the fuck? I know we set out to cure this girl, and we have a duty of care over her as our client, but the sizzling and popping reminds me so much of Bacon, I think we should keep her on for a little while longer. I can't get over that. What must the doctors have been thinking? Why am I fired? You said to clear up her skin condition. It's gone, isn't it? I mean, granted she is as well, but this fucking movie is a shambles.
What the hell are you wearing? You know we're going to the beach, right?
Yeah, I just don't want to get sunburnt.
Are they gardening gloves? Go put on some shorts and sunscreen like a normal person. You look ridiculous.
I left the umbrella in the car. What more do you want?
The sun's gone down. You're not going to get sunburnt.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Okay, I'm going to go in the water. Where did he go?
So then after establishing the rule that because she got burnt to a crisp, as a ghost she can't be seen in the light now, They go and contradict that rule by making her sometimes get burnt when she's in the light. Like a torch literally made her skin sizzle. As a ghost. Are you a human or are you a ghost? Because as far as I knew, ghosts don't get sunburnt. It's like she's solid when she wants to be, but then she can like go through walls when she wants as well. Forget that she's a ghost even. Have you ever heard of anyone getting burnt by a wind-up torch? It just doesn't happen, mate. Sunlight and artificial light are two very different things. And then there's the fact that they can fully see Diana under a black light because apparently she's made of semen or something. By the way, black lights are those things that they use in hotels to show how much jizz is on everything. Just thought I'd clarify that.
Bed looks pretty clean on the top. Well, not too bad. These look very clean as well. It's good news. All right, well, we can sleep in peace. You know, for a motel, I'm actually pretty impressed.
You won't believe this. I'm on IMDb. And check this out, I just found out that a single piece of stale white bread wrote this film. Can you believe that? I've been critiquing this as if like an actual human wrote this film, but it's a stale white piece of bread. I take back everything. I can't believe that. Piece of bread.
Yeah, like I just came back up from the water and he was just gone. So I guess that solved that problem for me, really. Yeah, I guess I can do all that stuff now that he wouldn't let me. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Also, I don't know how the fuck I noticed this, but as soon as I saw this part in Lights Out, I realized this is the exact same house from the film Ouija, except refurbished a bit. Same small step up onto the staircase, same window above the second floor landing, same little step up onto the other landing again, and same door on the left at the top there. They don't just reuse plots in Hollywood, they also reuse locations. God damn it. So basically in Act 3, they all end up in the same house. Diana is chasing them all around it. They have a shit fight, and by that I mean it was a really shit fight. Cops come into the house and end up getting killed. How did that get in there? Stop. I love and respect police officers. So Martin gets dragged outside by Rebecca's boyfriend in the end, and Rebecca goes after Diana armed with her wind-up torch and a black light. She nearly gets fucked up by Diana when Sophie comes to the rescue with her sick one-liner.
Don't hurt my kids.
I mean, it's not like the line in They Live, but I guess I'll take it if it means something's gonna fucking happen in this film.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Apparently the she can talk to you in your head thing was only useful to cram into a few plot holes, and it wasn't actually worth exploring whatsoever. Because when it was convenient, Sophie was free from the spell cast over her by Diana, and she shoots herself in the head to rid herself of the ghost. Yeah, I seem to have missed the part where they suggested that Diana's ghost was linked to Sophie. That, or they didn't put it in because it was like they made this movie up as they went. Like, now that we're up to a part where someone's backed into a corner and has no way out, let's just make it so that Diana is tied to Sophie, and Sophie shoots herself in the head and kills Diana along with herself. Brilliant. How is it that an antidepressant taken by one person can stave off a ghost that attacks multiple people? I was just doing some research on selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are drugs that treat depression, like what Sophie had in the movie. You won't believe this. Common side effects of SSRIs include nausea, trouble sleeping, nervousness, tremors, sexual problems, and check this out, poorly written ghosts. Can you believe that? I guess this film checks out after all. I'm surprised by that, poorly written ghost. Who's ever heard of that being a side effect? That's just... I can't believe that. Wait. I'm just a shadow ghost thing from that movie Lights Out, but like a low budget version.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't make any sense. Have you seen that movie? It's absurd. But just lower the bottle.
If you're here to rob me, you can get fucked.
Wait, I can prove it's me. Your favorite color. Just turn on the light. Just turn. So that's about all for this atrocity of filmmaking. I just wanted to say thanks to whoever's contributed to my Patreon so far. Unfortunately, a lot of the skits and a lot of the reviews I do cost a bit of money. I hate that they do, but it's money that I don't have. So any support is useful, even if it's just the support you've been giving me in the comments. I've been Mitch. Enjoy the bloopers. Peace.
Oh, speed bump! Holy shit!
Stop drinking your pee.
I've committed to it.
You're spitting so much food out. I don't even know where it came
It's not
from.
even food. It's not food.
It is so that's
How is it food? There's no food in my mouth.
There
Alright.
shouldn't be. We haven't eaten in hours.
It's fucking bourbon and water as well. It's the most terrible concoction. It's worse than drinking fucking piss.
Look at all the float.
Just breathe in fluff. Fuck. Don't make your own balaclavas at home. Jesus Christ. I coughed up the fluff that I swallowed before.
These are people that have already liked me. I'm a hedgehog. Why would you like that?
I don't understand. So when you swipe right, it's like, yes, that person's already said that you're
This
cool.
already matched me, and I'm a picture of a freaking hedgehog. Like, why?
Is that the only
This
picture
guy's
you've got
wearing
up?
no pants. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Turn the light off! Except for Harambe, dude. What the you know I'm busy in here.
Why is your voice like that?
I just fucked that up really bad.
It didn't go well.
Except for Harambe, dude. You know I'm busy in here. Fuck. This is hard. It's hard to do. Dicks out for Harambe. I'm so bad at this.
By the way, that's your piss, it's not water. You look like a little goblin. That looks good.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my nose and eat it for the start of this shot. And you'd be like...
Really? Are you really going in deep?
I could get deeper.
Please don't.
Okay. So the mic's on, everything's on?
Yeah.
Okay, action.
I see the whole outline of your finger.
Okay, I'll start. Was I gonna start? Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Look, if you want me to support you... I can't do it! I can't do it! No, I'll try again.
Do it. Enjoy it.
Look, all I have to do is play games for 10 more years on my TV show. Fuck.
Come on, the car's packed, we're going on holiday.
Don't tell me what to do. I told you, I'm the man in this relationship.
Look, the car's packed, we're going on a holiday. All you gotta do is just get in. Alright, get in the car, car's packed, we're going on holiday.
Don't you raise your voice at me. I'm the alpha male at this pack. God.
Alright, come on, car's packed, we're going on holiday.
Don't you tell me what to do. I'm the man in this relationship. I'm the alpha of this wolf pack. We're now accepting submissions of horror flash fiction under 1,500 words that will feature in a horror fiction podcast on the channel periodically. If you're interested in finding out more, there's a link in the description. Alternatively, if you've got a true paranormal story, we're putting together a segment compiling viewer-submitted ghost stories. Follow the link on the screen to an instructional video detailing how to submit your story.